guys, it's Mark, and I want to today talk about something kind of unfitness related, but that I was just thinking about a lot this morning and yesterday night, and that I feel is really, really important for life in general, for a career and all that jazz. So I just wanted to talk about it and maybe share it with you. Who knows, maybe it'll be useful to somebody. Okay, so here's the thing. I find that to whatever you're going to do, if you're going to plan on doing something, to just jump in and just do it like Nike, well, Nike is full of shit, okay? Just do it is the stupidest thing you could ever do. Because, and here's why. Now, I'm not saying don't be a doer. Of course you have to be a doer, but if you make any significant decision regarding, for instance, your career or what you're going to study, investments that you're going to make, or countries, places you're going to move to, things like that. So fairly significant decisions. You have to analyze those first. Think about it. Does it make logical sense? If you then decide that it's probably making sense and it's probably a good decision, then you have to sit your ass down and plan, and set up a good, proper plan, and then you jump in. So you do it, but you don't just do it. You don't ever just jump in. And why am I saying this? How do I know this? Well, I know it from my own experience in my life, and this can be such a serious mistake that you literally can waste years of your life. And that is your life. That is serious business, So don't take that too lightly, please. Okay? I'm sure I'm not the only one. This is just a general kind of a rule. Okay? If you think about it, it makes logical sense. And I want to give you an example, my example. All right? Just so you see how serious this can be. Okay? So when I was young, I was going to be a policeman. Okay? Still, to this day, I kind of admire this profession. I have no problems with cops. Some of them are my friends and my athletes and stuff like that. I think if you do it right, it can be a very noble profession. You're not going to be wealthy probably as a cop, but it's a noble thing to do. Help others and stuff like that. It's a good thing. So anyways, I was going to be a cop in Germany, where I was born. And first of all, I didn't have the academic requirements. I didn't have the school degree that you need to become a policeman in Germany at the time. So I sat my ass down for 10, 11 months, got myself the school books, got some help from some smart people, and basically just studied like frigging up to 12 hours a day. And I did it, I then got that school degree, that higher degree, after like 10, 11 months of study, with I think a B- average or something. Not so bad. I'm pretty proud of that, And so I did that. So a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I made it, So number one. Then I applied to be a policeman, took these tests, and like not all the states in Germany, but pretty damn near all of them, like a hell of a lot of them. And in quite a few cases, again, I got very good results. I remember in Hamburg, I would have loved to be there. It's one of those places I really like. I had in Germany, I had, I think a point number in the end result of the test of 156, I believe it was, okay? And this is like everything together: physical, intelligence test, mathematics test, English test, logic test, speed test, interview, social skills, all of these things taken together. And I had the highest points of all the yearly applicants, and that was at the end of the year. So maybe 1,000, 1,500 applicants, and I had the highest point number. And they said, "We're going to take you, Mark. You'd have to kill yourself for us not to take you." Okay, and I was very happy. Really happy. It was my dream come true. Okay, now what happened next? Okay, we back up the truck a little bit for a few minutes. When I was young, I grew up in Germany. It was tough, it was hard times. I had nobody. I had no family, nothing. I had nothing. Okay, so anyways, it was a rough time, tough time, and I got into a little bit of trouble, as teenagers do in these circumstances. Nothing really, really serious, nothing really, really bad, but bad enough that the police was involved, okay? Now, Germany, they don't forget that shit, okay? They never forget that, never, no matter what you do. Even 10 years later, you've never ever gotten into trouble with the police ever again, you know, nothing like that. You say to them, look, I'm a changed person, I will learn from my mistakes, I don't do bullshit like that anymore, I'm not a fucking punk, okay? I want to be a policeman for all the right reasons. They don't care, that's it. You don't get the chance, alright? So, what happened? I spent these years getting my school degree. All right, I'm not going to cry. All right, I'm not going to whine, but I don't want to tell you this story to make a point, to get this across to you. So I spent nearly a year getting my school degree, and I spent several more years traveling, studying hard, and practicing hard, and getting the good results of these tests. Yet they would not have me. Okay, and I tried and I tried and I tried several times, and I went to the government and said, hey, take these records out, man. And they did. They did take the records out. Okay, they heard me. They said, okay, we'll give you a chance. And I applied again, and I passed. And then they found out from another cop who knew me from when I was a child in a fucking village in fucking Germany. Okay, I couldn't believe it, but they said, hey, no, we don't take you. No chance, no chance. So, anyways, what I'm saying is, would I have analyzed this before? Would I have talked to people? Would I have said, look, this is what happened, or what are my chances, what are the odds? And they would have said, forget it. In Germany, that's, you know, this is very unlikely, the odds are against you. Then I might not have, you know, spent those years and all the money and all the effort and all the time to try to, in the wrong time, in the wrong place, become a policeman, right? In the wrong country, basically, all right? I might have gone to England. It would have been easier to become a policeman there, guaranteed. You know, things like that. So would I have analyzed the situation? Would I have gone over that and really talked to people, really thought it through logically? I might have not wasted so much time on something that was basically fruitless because the odds were so piled against me. Yeah, I mean, if the government is against you, so to speak, that's not good. It's going to be difficult. So things like that. So again, I'm not crying. Okay, I'm not whining, pissing, and moaning. But I wanted to give you this example so maybe you understand. If you're going to make a decision in your life, think it through, analyze it logically, okay? Analyze it and you know, talk to everybody you can and really find out what are the odds, you know, is it really what you want, and so on and so on. Should you do it here? Should you maybe do it there? The location is really important as well, and so on. And then if you decide it makes a logical sense, then sit your ass down and plan, and then go ahead and just do it. Okay, I hope that helped. If it helped one guy or one girl not waste time in their lives, then it's been worth it. Thanks.